beloved hearts of love's eternal presence, I known in the great cosmic realms of angels as the great cosmic angel, overseer of the angelic host over America, and now I am overseer as well of all the angelic host in the free democracies in your world's nations. I greet you this day. You may notice that as many of us in these Ascended Master broadcasts, that we greet you as hearts of love's eternal presence. And we do this regardless of what you believe about yourself, regardless of what you have made yourself seem to be. We do this. We greet you this way because it is the truth of your beingness, of your spiritual identity. And all of us desire that you will finally see yourselves as spiritual beings who with purpose have come into a physical world of relativity, and you are given a mind, a body, and a heart-feeling side of life to use while you sojourn into this world. Now, we are all here to help you remember who you are, how precious you are, that we may protect you and assist to advance your awakening, your state of becoming once again the beautiful truth of who you are, that you might get the most out of your experience in coming into this world, regardless of what is presently going on in the world today. In the realm that you all came from long ago, before you began your journey into physical worlds, you knew yourselves as spiritual beings of the divine polarity of light, of love, magnificent individualizations of the source of your existence. You were absolute beings of perfection. You knew everything. You were all-knowing. Yet in your original realm of creation, all that you knew, you could not experience this truth of what you knew about your own nature, your own source, and to experience the truth you knew. Like all sentient races, you had to sojourn into a physical realm of relativity to experience the truth you knew of yourselves, and in doing so, you would begin your journey of mastery of self, mastery of all universal substance in physical worlds. Now it is quite a world you all find yourselves in, and the problems you all face is that most of humanity are not aware of themselves as spiritual beings, direct from the source of all creation. Over the millions of years of incarnating yourselves in this world, people have forgotten who they truly are, why they are here, and or how to fulfill their purpose of being in a physical world. You all have been here on earth so long and so many times, and you cannot even remember the many times that you have lived. Such a dilemma the people of earth face. Yet today a small portion of humanity are awake, are growing and evolving as they were always intended to do. However, the larger portion of humankind are not, and their minds and lives are charged with many limiting beliefs that have nothing to do with the truth. And the people's minds are engaged in this constantly duality of good and evil, the likes of which are now playing out in the world. Most humankind wish angels exist, yet they know not the certainty of the angelic or the ascended host, and therefore they have no relationship with us, which limits how much assistance and intervention we can offer the people of the earth. At an hour, humanity needs our help the most. Therefore, I have come to speak, to address those of you who are awake, those of you who are spiritually growing once again. For us to assist all of your world, we, the angelic host, and great cosmic beings of light, we need you who are awake to help us save humankind from further intended suffering. And that we can, and we all will do, together, precious hearts. We come at this hour ready to bring to your earth the elements, your people, and all the kingdoms of life that are presently suffering. We come at this hour to bring an increase of the sacred fire and the cosmic light, yet to become a much more greater concentration within all the borders of your lands, your nations, in order to keep the wholesale destruction intended against life from accomplishing its destructive intent. We, who are cosmic in our assistance to the earth, we who are the cosmic action and the law and the authority to concentrate the cosmic light and the sacred fire to any intensity that is required whatsoever. We are the angelic guardian presence to all the people of earth, and all nations of the world. This always was the intended relationship the angels were to have with the people on this planet. Now, precious hearts, unlike yourselves, we, your guardian angelic host, we can see the intent in the mental and feeling world of the people of earth as easily as you can see each other. There is no such thing as hiding human creation from us, for we are the angelic light of the God consciousness of life itself, including the beloved mighty I Am God presence, the ascended masters, as well as mighty cosmic beings whose eternal life is a light that penetrates all things, controls all things, and compels all things to be purified. In sharing this, it is for you to understand we are the authority, dear hearts, the authority to help you to God over you. And if you hear me well this day, we, the angels, are the authority to reach the rest of life in this world who do not know us in the way you do, if we get greater cooperation from you. We are grateful to and for each of you. And we know all of you in greater numbers. We desire that you will know all of us in greater numbers. Now, precious hearts, if the peoples within the free nations of the world want, desire God's freedom enough to purify themselves, then their purity becomes the guard of all that is constructive in their lives and world. And there is no limit to the power we can draw into the physical conditions of any nation to prevent destructive forces fulfilling their plans. But the people themselves must desire purification, which unfortunately many do not at this present time. This is where you can assist us to assist the mass of the people and all life upon your planet. So for the protection and freedom of your people and your nations of the world, with your call to us, we can and we must now concentrate a certain sacred fire's purification in the minds and the feelings of the peoples to compel them to awaken. The time has come, precious heart. A hypnotic shadow of darkness is knocking upon the lives of humanity. Only by a shock of our purity, which the people cannot resist, which they will not desire to resist, once they feel our cosmic light and sacred fire purity. And when they feel that in themselves, then will the destructive forces currently acting through some individuals in this world be compelled to face that which is their removal from your world. Nothing must be allowed to stop or hinder this incoming golden age. I hope that you understand what I have said. Only by a shock of our purity, which the people cannot resist, which we can do if you call upon us. And once the people experience that purity, they will not desire to resist it. They will love it. And once they feel and experience our cosmic light and sacred fire purity, and that light and sacred fire purity is acting in their lives, then the destructive forces currently acting through some individuals will be compelled to face that which is their removal from your world, from the planet. For nothing must be allowed to stop or hinder this incoming golden age. Those of you who are awake, those of you in your daily spiritual protocol, those of you who have called forth into your lives and your worlds the purity of Saint Germain's violet purifying flame, or Archangel Michael's cosmic blue flame of purity and power, as well as calling the cosmic light into yourselves and your worlds. You who have done this can at all times be enfolded in whatever power is necessary from our angelic octave to control physical conditions in the physical world around you. Those of you who are awake and make these calls and decrees, I say unto you, you are not at the mercy of the destructive forces that we see in the outer world. Yet the vast majority of the people are. Hear my words again. Those of you who are awake, who meditate and make calls and decrees to angels and ascended beings, you are not at the mercy of the destructive forces of the outer world, as are the majority of the people. But through your own loving radiation and your decrees to us, we can help the majority of the people. For you can command and demand that the consciousness of the people of your nation be compelled to be purified, and the feeling of life within your borders be compelled to be purified as well. You know, precious hearts, sometimes when you travel and you just cross a border into another country, almost immediately it can feel different. That is why I say, if you will call to us and command and demand that the consciousness of the people of the nations, of your nation, that their consciousness be compelled to be purified, and the feeling of life within your borders be compelled to be purified as well. People know not how through the feeling side of life, which is so saturated with so much discord, people know not how they are soaking into their own emotional bodies feelings, emotions within their borders that do not belong to them, that are discordant or disturbed. So when I invite you to call upon Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, and I, the great cosmic angel, and remember, the three of us, we are a little different than any other cosmic beings, because the three of us have access to unlimited legions of the angelic host. So if you will call upon the three of us, and you command and demand that the consciousness of the people of your nation be compelled to be purified, and the feeling of life within your borders be compelled to be purified as well. And then your call to us and the action we will take will provide magnificent new results. And if you will join us and care to take the responsibility of demanding the cosmic purification of every life stream that is privileged to abide within your nation's borders, this will give us the opening to concentrate and project certain activities within your nations that can remove the accumulation of destructive forces, where they're trying at this moment to gather power enough to do so much damage that will not only harm human life, rather all life upon your beloved planet. Now I pray thee well, you understand my words, and that you interpret them correctly. And so I will repeat, if you will join us, if you will call to the great Master, Saint Germain, great Archangel Michael, and myself, the Grand Cosmic Angel, to lead uncountable legions of angels into the lower atmosphere of your nation, and demand the cosmic purification of every life stream that is privileged to abide within your nation borders. Read between the lines, precious hearts. The cosmic purification of every life stream that is privileged to abide within your nation's borders. Demand the cosmic purification of those life streams. This will give us the opening we require to concentrate and project certain activities within your nations that can then remove the accumulation of destructive forces, where they're trying at this very moment to gather power enough to do as much damage that will not only further harm human life, rather all life upon your beloved planet. There are so many of you now, if you're willing to give of your time, give of your energy, give of your voice, we can save hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of people from further suffering. Beloved hearts of love, through Mother Akasha's Radiant Rose Academy, that has students from dozens of nations of the world, and through these broadcasts that are provided on the Academy's YouTube channel, which is drawing in students from all over the world, and along with the Academy's bi-monthly Planetary Decree live teleconferences, which are free to participate. Do you realize we are now communicating with enough good, awake people from all three nations of the world? Each of you awake. You are a representative. And we have enough of you in all three nations of the world. What a difference. Then, if you will consciously choose to work with the angelic host and the masters of the sacred fire, you can be certain, beloved hearts, that if you choose to give, you choose to make the difference, unite with us, the angels will have your back. We will protect you, and we will love you. And we will love you and protect you in ways that no human can do. And we will help you to grow, to spiritually grow in the most wondrous and joyous and happy ways. So if you will call to us, we are ready. Your planet Earth needs us. And if you will call to us to blaze into the consciousness of the people of your nation, our cosmic illumination of the sacred fire's purification. That's our cosmic illumination of the sacred fire's purification. Everywhere throughout the lands of your nation. This will bring so much assistance to those who are trying to hold to the constructive way of life, those who are trying intelligently and compassionately to protect the God government of all free nations and the God rights of the people. So if you care to join us, the angels, if you care to call forth the cosmic power of our sacred fire purity, enough to compel the destructive forces within your borders to be bound before they can bring more destruction into the outer world. The very intensity of our sacred fire, of our purity, can and will put an end to their plans and a great deal of their destructive actions, and prevent them from accumulating to a place where it would affect further the nations of your world disastrously at a large capacity. It is unfortunate that I have to tell you there is no point in thinking that any group of individuals can solve the problems of the nations of the world at this hour of world's experiences. There is only one thing on the whole earth that's required now, and that's the ascended masters and the angelic hosts' cosmic concentration of purity by the sacred fire that is master over mankind's terrible miscreations. And so, if you hear me this day, if you will call forth to your own mighty I Am God presence, the presence of all the people of earth, then call to myself the great cosmic angel, to Saint Germain and Archangel Michael. We can lead uncountable legions of angels of sacred fire purity to descend into the lower atmosphere of your nation and earth and begin the purification process. When you call to us and call forth the cosmic concentration of our sacred fire's all-purifying mastery to come into outer physical conditions, I assure you, precious hearts, the evil that is in the world today will be compelled to leave your world, and then it will be dissolved into the sacred fire, never to raise its ugly head again, never to return and wreak havoc upon the good people. And then, without those evil influences acting upon or through unfortunate individuals, then all humankind will quickly awaken. And once again, the people will choose the divine polarity of love, of light, and forever leave behind this terrible human dream of the book of knowledge of good and evil that over centuries has been responsible for the tragic growth of evil in this world. The tree of life, light and love, awaits your joyous awakening and return. So from above, we are hoping to reach as many of you as we can. Ultimately, beloved hearts, have remarkable faith that the light of God never fails. Faith that the darkness that is passing through the people and the lands of earth will fail. Mighty Neptune offers you a trident, and I, the great cosmic angel, offer you my personal sword of cosmic blue flames and my eternal flag of freedom. The hypnotic spell is spreading again over the people of earth at this time. Be not hypnotized by what is going on in the world. Accept and call our sacred fire purity and power, acting in your minds, beloved heart, and your life. Have remarkable faith. You are not alone. I, the great cosmic angel, wish to crowd your life with angels. Come, precious hearts, and be counted now for being amongst the first to be living on earth and working consciously alongside the angels once again. The powers of nature will love you. The trees and the mountains and the streams will love you more. And the animal kingdom will love you more too. For all of them will see, will feel the angels walking at your side and behind you and ahead of you. They will rejoice in your presence, that you have reunited with the angels. They will want you. They will seek you. They will remind you to bring your angels with you. Namaste, my dear friends of love's eternal presence. Namaste, namaste, namaste.